welcome in the Sports Stooge. How are you? Thanks for being here. I have the M5 base with the trucking wheel, so I got the trucking bundle. Just checking it out, trying to see if it's gonna work for me. It seems to be the M5, the M5 R5 base seems to be logical for me. I can show you the settings page in just a minute. What base is it called? Yeah, R5 base. Sorry, I got the name wrong. Look at that. I'm getting a warning from what the hell? Save game is loaded from a... Oh shit. Like that. I've heard the turn signals are really good. But welcome in, Sports Stooge. This is the first time I'm seeing you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna get started, and I'm just trying to get the game to launch without errors. I had someone else's save game 1 in a zip file in my start directory, and the game didn't seem to like that. No, cool, no worries. Nice to see you. Welcome in either way. Thanks for joining the live stream. We have a very, very old webcam attached right now. It's on a little arm that seems to be moving on its own. It's not very stable. I have another one coming. But at least we'll be able to see the wheel today. Welcome in. Let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Josh, this is the Game Enjoy channel, and we are here on Sri Lanka, and this is... we're going to be playing with the Mosa wheel, which is right about there. And you can't see it, but there's a farm stick. See if we can angle it slightly, get the farm stick in there. There's also a farm stick here, which we can do for front loading, because we might be doing some front loading today, so... we're still right where we were last time. I haven't actually played it at all. So we're going to get going and finish cultivating this field. With our awesome rental JCB. See, I'm already getting the hang of it. What is up, David? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Oops. Did it again. I know a lot of people do the wheel pick. I figured I'd set it up for now. I don't know if I'll keep it. I like to have my stream interface as clean as possible, but try it out, see how it works out. I know a lot of people are seeing the wheel. The wheel's in the title of the video, so figured why not. At least you guys can see the wheel and see how freaking huge it is. You can see the farm stick right now. I've been doing a lot of research into the pedals. Yeah, so the wheel's really big, and I also have it, if you see, I have it mounted very flat. You can kind of tell from my movements. Oops. How, like, flat to the desk this is. Like, this is the desk. This is the flat of the desk right here. I know the camera's at kind of a very upward angle, but the top-down angle. But in my mind, and this is just for me, and I don't think most other people would want to play this way. I think most people are going to want to play like it's a car. Like they're going to set it up with a car feel to it. Or like a pickup truck feel to it. And I was thinking about this last night when we went to go somewhere in the truck. And I've just got a regular GMC pickup truck, but I was thinking about it, and like a pickup truck angle, the steering wheel is like the way I have my steering wheel, at least my truck, is almost 90 degrees to the ground. Right? It's up like this, in this plane, and you're driving like this, right? And you drive a car. And the only experience I've had in a tractor was very much like a school bus, where the angle of the wheel is like this, so that when you're steering like this, or you're using the little wheel thing, which I don't have. Which I don't know if I'd ever get, because I'm so used to palming the wheel that I don't think it would matter to me. But nonetheless, if someone wants to buy it for me, by all means. If this was my field, I'd actually care about the stuff that I'm missing, but I'm not. Welcome in, Benji, or Charles. How's it going? Can I? Tractor Supply? Yeah. There's actually a Tractor Supply in my town. It's on the other end of town, closer to where all the farms are, but I imagine a lot of people in the U.S. don't even know what Tractor Supply is unless you're in a farming part of the country. Getting better at not missing stuff. I feel like a new player, new driver here. Missing all kinds of stuff. Waylon, how's it going? I also turned the force feedback setting up a little bit. Just trying to... I don't want the wheel to be like super loose. Oh, nice, Rusty. We made scallop potatoes for Christmas too. It's my first time ever making scallop potatoes. I never made it before. We actually made it for Thanksgiving, and then my daughter got sick, so we didn't actually go to like the family gathering for Thanksgiving. And so we ended up having all of these scalloped potatoes on our own. and eating them. Like, we had a whole tray of scalloped potatoes, just the three of us. But it was my first time ever making scalloped potatoes, which was interesting, fun. No. This button right here is still not programmed properly. I have the brightness. I'll turn the buttons up, the button brightness up for the stream. Oops. Turn the button brightness. Oh, we don't need this. So you guys see the buttons. I don't know if you can see the colors, but I put lights on the individual buttons so we can see them. Complete. And this plowing contract is still underway. I think he's about halfway down the screen, down the field. He's about halfway done. Could do some more transporting. I feel like we're doing the same transportings over and over, but that's okay. That's one thing that I would like to see better is I feel like the way they set up the base game maps. This is something I want to actually change for myself. I feel like the way they set up the base game maps with the wood transports, the wood transport and whatnot, is very short-sighted. Maybe the right word. Where a lot of the wood transport contracts for wood transport and stone breaking and stuff like that, like the games, if I understand the way the game code is written, the way wood transport works is basically there's points on the map where it will spawn a pile of wood, and you just have to go pick up that pile of wood, and it randomly selects one of the delivery points on the map for you to deliver to. And the reason I'm saying it randomly selects, it doesn't know ahead of time, is because if we look at the wood transport contracts we already have, like this is going to the industrial sawmill warehouse, which is it's on my farm. It's something I placed down, so the map couldn't have known about that ahead of time. So it randomly selects a selling point at the time of generation. But they only set up like X number of locations on the map. So like this, I think there's like 6 or 7 locations on this map. And so when I'm doing wood transport contracts, I'm constantly going to the same locations over and over, right? Which to me is a little bit boring. But I am going to try, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try to edit that, because we're working on it. We're playing on an edited version of this map. So this is my version of Hutan, where I've changed a couple things, made a couple things better, because that's how I want to play. So like on my version of the map, like ahead of us, those trees you can actually farm all of these trees on the hill. But on the base game version of the map, you can't farm those trees at all. They're all behind the edge of the map. So that whole plot of land that right there, you can't even get to. But that's just the way that they wanted to set it up, which is fine. The Giants can set up their stuff however they want. But I can fix it to the way I want it, because that's how I want it. No. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to back up with the wheel. Like with this top-down view. Actually, not too bad. Nope, I totally botched it there. Nice. No, wrong one, this one. What's going on? Did I unfold it? Oops. Noob. Oh, exactly. Alright, which is the detach button? Because these are all custom buttons. Okay, let's turn this one off. And we have to put our mower under wraps at some point. But let's just go do a couple trucking quests or whatever they're called, contracts. Let's go in cab. Fun. There we go. In all honesty, I never use in cab because driving in cab with keyboard and mouse is jarring. What I mean by that is, like, here, I'll show you. If I turn the wheel, the keyboard, see how it like spins the wheel like that? That's just jarring. It doesn't make sense. But if I turn it with the steering wheel, like the steering wheel in game matches the steering wheel that I'm holding. Like even to the down to like the angle, like when I'm making a left turn, the angle that I have my steering wheel at is exactly the same as the angle of the steering wheel in the game. And to me, that's way more realistic. And, for, you know, honestly more fun. Welcome in JC Farms and Rusty. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're just chilling on a Sunday, playing with a wheel, enjoying a little bit of quote-unquote trucking. The first thing I told some of my other friends, my local friends who don't play Farm Sim, I told them that I got in the wheel. They're like, "Oh, dude, you gotta come into Assetto Corsa with us." I'm like, well, I kind of have a trucking wheel, so driving race cars is gonna feel a little weird. Let me see if I can figure out how to get to this place. Really? Can I? Oh, I can see my mirrors. Okay. This other car is totally blocking me from turning. Seriously, what's with the traffic? Oh, that's so cool. I've actually never even looked at the mirrors. Like, I've never bothered. Because I never needed to. Because I'm always using the top-down view. And being able to, like, with the gas pedal, just kind of crawl up these hills just for accuracy is super cool. Alright, I'm pulled up. I'm parked. Where's AC? Hey! Oh, sorry. Let me back up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna call my friend over, my friend AC over with the, or my friend Al. Al's gonna come over and help us for a second. Come on, Al. Hey, Al, do your job. Load up the logs. Thank you. Our friend Al is so nice. Alright. I don't know how we're gonna make this turn. Kind of have like a little bit of a grassy area to do a turnaround in. Kind of, sort of. Hey Waylon, welcome in. Thanks for being here. I'm totally stuck on that tree branch. There we go. Get back into our cab. Can we look over to our right mirror too? Kind of. Not very good with the farm sticks control thing. So what these? I think these 2 logs are being delivered to different locations. Hold on. They're both being delivered to my sawmill. Okay. I like how the game is just automatically using only my sawmill and not the base one. I don't know why that makes me happy. Sorry, let me get a mouse out of the road. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the subscription, Dubs Gaming. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in and joining the live stream. This has been, in all honesty, I'm having more fun now playing the game with the wheel than I was before. And it's some level... Okay. It's apparently got somewhere to go. At some level, I was not enjoying FS25 as much as I thought I would. Mainly because I think the gameplay, most of the gameplay, is pretty much the same. Right? Most of the gameplay is pretty much the same as it was in 22. There's some new visual effects, like these really cool puddles on the road that have reflections. And snow is pretty much the same. Like there's like leaves on the road. There's some new visuals, but I don't know. This is just it's just the same thing over again. And yes, it looks nice. It looks pretty, but right now there's so many like just weird bugs with the game. It just feels like they released an unfinished game. Or rather, what I think happened is they focused too much on all the new shiny stuff, like the shiny reflective water and the puddles in the street, right? They focus a lot of effort on that, but they didn't focus very much effort on like the stuff that's important, which is the farming and the actual like gameplay mechanics. I feel like a lot of the gameplay mechanics were kind of left behind in their testing, right? Just they could have done a much better job testing and completing the game and making sure everything worked. I don't feel like they did. Let's pull up to our sawmill. It's right about here. There we go. Whoops. Unstrap. Over here. And this is delivery number 1. Wood transport completed. Oh, it's getting late in the day. It's fine. Not like we have anything else to do. Looks like our plowing is almost done. I will say that the workers are much better. So one of the things they did spend some time on, I believe, is the new GPS system and the way the GPS courses get created, and the workers. The workers are definitely better. I have found that most of the workers, like this one right here, who apparently has totally missed a single line of plowing, which is fine. they miss a lot less, but when they do miss, they miss like an entire row. So like I was doing with one of the new harvesters, one of the new oxbow harvesters, a green bean contract, and he just missed like a whole quarter of a headland. One straight row, everything else was spotless. But the headland, nope, he totally just missed like a one pass of the headland. He just skipped it for whatever reason. So little things like that, I think we're still getting through some growing pains. But if I remember correctly, and I don't really have anything to base it off of because when I started playing FS, I started at the beginning of 22, and 22 had some growing pains too. It is what it is. Maybe they just maybe Giants just needs to have better testers or more testers. Maybe they just don't have enough. That's fine. That's a hiring issue. That's not really a process issue. This is the most in-cab driving I've ever done. Seriously. Like, we've been in-cab driving for what, 10 minutes now? 20 minutes? Most in-cab driving I've ever done in any version of ever in Farm Sim. Or any game for that matter. I don't ever in-cab drive. For the whole steering wheel problem. Like, I used to play a lot of, like, Forza and stuff like that. And I really like the open world ones, like Forza Horizon. Those ones are more my speed. Here, I've done the same turnaround a couple times now. Here, crank the wheel. Just barely make it past. Am I gonna make that? No. Oh, sorry. Back up so our friend Al can load in load in the logs. Go ahead, Al. You can load. Thank you. Yeah, I just feel like there's some parts of the game that are maybe weren't tested properly or weren't finished. That's cool. I mean, if that's what Giants wants to do, they want to use their players as game testers, then I guess that's what they want to do. And if that's their decision, then I think there's a gap, right? And we've talked about this, and just from a like, I'm trying to be nice standpoint. Not usually that nice about that subject. In some level, I think there's a little bit of a gap, and I think that gap is solvable. And I think the gap is that the game's not complete. It's still broken. There's still issues, and at some level, they're letting the players be game testers, right? They're letting the players test the game and find the bugs. And then the gap there is the communication between the players and the game company. Usually, if you have players testing your game for you, like an early access, you have an open discussion between player and game developer. Totally cut that corner, sorry. Where if the game developer is working on things, or they're like, hey, we know about this, we know that this is an issue, this is our list of currently open bugs that we know exist, so don't report them again. And then they communicate that to the community, and then the community knows, okay, whoa, this is actually a bug. Giants knows about it, so I'm not gonna complain about it, and I'm not gonna, yell at them about it, right? Or get mad about it. But that communication is not happening. Like, as a player, we don't know what the current list of bugs are. We don't know. We don't know what the current list of mods are, because they took that away from us. We don't know. We don't know what mods are in testing. We don't know what bugs are being fixed. We don't know what items are even on their list to fix. For all we know, Giants could be spending all of their time working on the next DLC and not even trying to fix anything in the game. We don't know. And so I think that the gap is that communication with the player, right? I mean, do you guys agree? Like, does that seem like the biggest... Like, I get that there's bugs, and I get that the software, it's not done, and I get that it's not perfect. It's great, fine. Nothing's perfect. I write software for a living, and software is never perfect. You do your best with what you have, the time allowed. That's how it is. That's how software development works. And if there's stuff or features you didn't get in, then you work your butt off after you release it to get those features in, added in later. Right? Which I think is what Giants is doing. But you have to be open with your client base, in this case, the farm sim community, about what that status is and what that status means and what your roadmap is. What's your plan? Right? You have to be open about that stuff. If you're not, well, nice. Alright, so we got some wood transporting done. Let's go finish off that plowing contract. Let's jump over to the plow. Where is he? Now, this is going to be actually extra hard to figure out where we missed. We should be able to use the map. So we have 97% on this field. So let's look at the map and see what he missed. Oh, yeah, see, he missed this whole section here. Like, why? Why did you miss that whole section? You couldn't figure out how to turn around this little part of the road? Alright, well, I'll just do it for you. But nonetheless, it is what it is. It happens. It's game development. That's just how I look at it. It's game development. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. It is fixable. But it kind of... to fix it, in my mind, it involves the opposite of what they're doing. Right? The opposite of what they're doing. Because right now, what they're doing... is... Why are those staying? Time until lines are hidden, 5. Okay. Huh. The lines aren't auto-hiding anymore. That's totally cheating. I didn't even touch the wheel. So one of the reasons I like the enhanced vehicle, especially as a keyboard player, is it has an auto turnaround feature at the headland. So I'm going to reach up here and I'm going to press... I set it to control home because I don't use that key combination for anything else. And so when I get to the end of the row here, I know I'm already done with the field. I don't actually need to plow this. I'm just going to do it anyways. These lines are supposed to disappear, and they're not. So that's a bug. I'll have to report that. I'm gonna hit this to raise tools, control home without touching the steering wheel. And then press lower again to lower down. And I didn't have to do that turn. So that's one of the features of Enhanced Vehicle that I really like, is the auto turnaround. You can actually set it to automatically turn around. So all I'd have to do is sit here with my foot on the gas pedal, and I can do whatever I want with my hands. Versus before, where I was on the keyboard and that's not. Couldn't do that. But if I have a wheel, why would not use it? Right. Welcome in. Let's finish this up. I know it's getting really dark. You can barely see it on the screen. Barely see it myself. Close up. And we're gonna go. We're gonna take the shortcut way. One bug, you'll see it in a minute, I guarantee it, is there's a bug in the game right here where if there's something driving, you can see it, like, see how the light right there on the top of the train track? That's not from me, that's from the train above. And even from the cars. It's a nighttime bug on this map. I'll show you. It's over here. Just have to wait for a car to drive by. Okay, so make sure it's not my headlights. I'll show you what I mean. You see that? See that light right there? Hold on. I'll turn my lights off. Okay, I don't have my lights on at all. You see those lights going across the tracks or across the highway? That's NPC cars driving on the highway with their headlights on. But the headlights are shining through the road. Giants. Seriously? You would think that a roadway would have a collision or a light mask to make sure that light doesn't go through the roadway. I mean, that's like super basic, like game development 101, right? But I mean, if that's how you want to play it, I mean, look at that, it looks horrible. It's like cars are driving by, and I get the car, the lights and the fog and stuff like that, but you shouldn't be able to see the headlights of a car through the road. Whoops. I totally just did that myself. That was my fault. That shouldn't be a thing. I know you love your volumetric lighting and fog and stuff like that. Whatever. God ray, God ray, God ray. That's all we heard with the trailers. But seriously. They need to figure out how to program a solid object to be a solid object. And not allow light to pass through it. Alright, I'm going to hold on to the JCB. Actually, it's going to charge me overnight because I'm going to go the next month. But I'm going to hold on to the JCB overnight because it's cool. And I shouldn't have hit tab, but I did. Now, we removed this building here, and I think we might put down something. I don't know what yet. I think we might put down something. Okay, let's sleep for tomorrow. And go to the next day. See what's going on the next day. Sports Dude shows that my button box is going to be next. You know, I already have enough button boxes. I'm not going to be getting a button box or a side panel. I have the farm stick right here, which is not completely mounted, but because it can't be. Underneath the farm stick is like a base, but it's not designed for the farm stick. It's designed for the Moses stuff. But the farm stick has like a whole ton of buttons. None of them have stickers, and I'll probably put stickers on them at some point. But it has a lot of buttons. Then I have a stream deck up here, a little bit out of view. You can't see it. Another stream deck. Yeah, I don't need that. I left my headlights on. Okay, what do we got to do today? Are we just gonna zoom through until spring? Collect. Okay. Collect. At some point we're gonna have to not. Yeah, see, all that's left is wood transport and deadwood. And deadwood is, yeah, deadwood. Let's go over here and let's see what the let's see how the construction progress is going on whatever this is called, the temple. So as you can see, we've got some boxes of stones to get, not stones, cement to pick up and deliver. We're up here. It's still waiting on 4,000 cement bags. So let's go deliver those 4,000 cement bags to get those things going. This is my edit of this lizard dragon, which I'm super proud of. One of the things that I figured out, which took me a little while, is I definitely figured out the new wheel system. I only needed 4, right? I'm gonna go get a couple more, get a couple extra in storage. Here, I do like how the point here, like the selling point, is super fast. Like it's just instant, and you get paid for the stuff you deliver. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what we need next. This is like a 29-step process or something. So next is cement bags, another 8,000 liters of cement bags and long planks. Let's go see if there's actually any progress. I actually haven't looked up here yet. Oh, cool. So it looks like they're building these little bases, and we have stairs up to each little base. And some of the bases, like this one, has floorboards. Nice. Oh, that's cute. There's a little garden here. I don't know if that was there before. And this one has, oh, look, collectible. Is this not a collectible? What's going on? This is a collectible, right? Does anyone know? This is a collectible, right? Yeah. Oh, it's a collectible, but it doesn't have a trigger. See, there's no trigger on it? There should be, like, there's a light source. But there's no trigger. What? maybe I needed to collect that before I started building stuff. And as soon as you start building stuff, it goes away. That so would suck. It's an uncollectible collectible. That stinks. Alright, we needed... What do we need? Planks long? Planks long and cement bags. Alright, let's go get the planks long and cement bags. Our cement factory has been working overtime, so we've got lots of planks long and cement bags. Oops. And as you can see with that sell point, that construction site, or not the cement factory, I definitely set it up because it has stacked pallets. No one else seems to want stacked pallets in the game, but I do, so. You're going to get stacked pallets if you use one of my productions. And then we're going to have to bring some stones over to this thing, so we'll have to get a front loader of some kind. Planks long. I think the middle one is wood beam and the one on the right is planks long. Okay. Here. Whoop. There we go. Welcome in. Hey Dale, how's it going? Thanks for joining the chat, the live stream. We're just having some fun on this Hutan, doing a little bit of delivery with our lizard dragon, which is actually fun to drive now. That double bump there needs to be smooth. Luckily I own the land, so I can smooth it if I want. Oh wait, there's rocks. We're on the other side, I guess. If anyone is curious about how and why, I'm actually going to change something real quick. Change a setting. If anyone's curious about how and why I was able to place that production point right there, you can, but I can't. If that answers your question. It probably doesn't. I'm on an edited version of this map. And so on my version, left shift R, left shift I, and this toggle loading is going to be with load. Oh, that was tension belts already? That's fine, I don't care about that. Unload. I don't care about beacon lights. Okay. Perfect. And if I scroll up, we can get rid of the beacon light setting. That one. Just make sure there's nothing in the way. Okay. So now universal auto load, I put it onto here to loading as. Actually, I want loading to 2. Loading is 2, unload is 3. Damn it. Hate that. Hate if you hit escape, you lose the last setting you made. That's just a stupid bug. Or just a usability thing, I guess. Loading is 2. Loading is 2. Do that all over again. 3. I have to go through here and delete the stuff I deleted already once to have to do it again. Come on, where's the setting? That doesn't appear. Okay, save controls. I always forget to do that. I don't ever go in the controls menu. So if we look at the map, what I was talking about earlier, if we look at the map, on my version of this game, the entire map is buyable. So we go over to farmlands. See how everything is gray except for the town here? But like this field, this field, this field, this field, all of the stuff along here. I own this little corner, I own this little corner, I own this little area right up to the loading zone. And it's buyable all the way down to the river. Like, a lot of areas on the map that weren't viable in the base game are now viable in my map. So if you're wondering how I got a sawmill to be right here, that's how. Playing off a custom version of the map where everything is viable. Which is available on my Discord. If anyone wants to play this version of the map, if they're like, oh, I want to play Hutan Pantai, but I don't want to play the Giants version because the Giants version is kind of weird and it doesn't allow me to buy everything, I got you covered. Did I bring enough? I think I bring enough. I think this needed 8,000, right? Oh, now it says it. Oh, that's how much I have in storage. All I have. Oh my gosh, I brought as much as I had in storage up again. It's okay. Is it because I have a lot of stuff in storage? Cement bags for next step. It has everything it needs. So it doesn't need any more. So we're just going to let our cement production keep producing. We're going to fix this bump real quick. Let's fix this bump real quick. It's making me angry. Okay. Here. Here. So now it's a nice, gentle slope. Instead of a big bump in the middle. Much better. You could go sell some beans, make some money. Well, right here. Do I have a filter on? I think I do. Am I not close enough? What's going on? Reset loading area. Oh, look, the universal auto load is being weird. not liking this. Oh well. That's fine. We'll do something else. Alright, we're going to go over and buy a front loader or something like that and load some stones. Bring them over here to the stone factory so that we can use our heap spawner. So, we built a heap spawner in one of our previous live streams. Let's go in here. Customize. Not to be a bale trailer. Do that. Customize. Yes. We're going to head back up to the other farm because we're going to load this thing up with rocks from our heap spawner. And I don't even know if the heap spawner is going to work, but it should. So we're going to find out. What's in-cab in this thing look like? Definitely a much more modern vehicle. Oh, that's interesting. Hear that? You hear the slight little like wind buffeting in-cab sound? This feels very legit, actually. It's in this truck. That's cool. That's definitely cool. I feel like this is faster. This lizard, whatever, lizard dragon is faster than the semi. Probably is. Yeah, see, driving in cab is so much better now. It really is. Alright, where are we gonna go? We're gonna go over here, I think. I'm gonna back up right about here. Turn that off. Now, did we get... I remember we looked at it. Did we get the option for front loader arms? Look at that, we did. So our rented fast track has front loader arms. And we have our heap spawner still heaping. So all we need is to get front loader arms. Let's go get some front loader arms. The intention is, of course, to buy this JCB. So that it's our own. Unfortunately, we can't buy a leased vehicle yet. That mod hasn't come out. That was actually one of the most realistic mods that I, like from a realism standpoint, that I think the game was missing. That I'm glad a modder made. Which was the mod that allowed you to buy vehicles you had leased, and you basically get a discount of the cost of the leased vehicle or the amount of money you spent on the lease, which was super cool. And I think that was, to me, that makes sense. Like, I'm gonna lease a truck for a year, I'm gonna pay my lease fees, I'm gonna pay my dues. But then at the end of that year, I want to be able to buy the truck for what its current value is. Not a new truck, but if I want to, I should be able to buy it at whatever its current value is, not least value. Well, look at that. The little, I just noticed that the little infotainment screen on the right side has it's like a JCB custom infotainment screen. Alright, let's look at the store. Let's get front loader arms and a bucket. Assuming I'm gonna need to get the biggest one I can get. Design color. Select. Main color. Select. Extra black. I'm gonna buy it. Why not? I'm gonna front loader bucket. I'm assuming the only bucket that's available is gonna be like. Oh, that's not bad. 23 is better than 1,000. And yeah, it has the bottom dump thing, but it still picks up stones. 2,300 liters is nothing to shake. Okay. Maybe I can use the stone grinding part of it later. Why not? Alright, we'll get that. And then we'll also get a nice big weight for the back because we're going to be lifting stones, so we need a weight. I don't know where the weights are. Usually at the bottom. Oh, they're closer to the bottom. Lizard CSW weights. What is this? Oh. Okay. I need to find a weight, and I don't know if you guys know about this, but I need to find a weight for the Iseki tractor. So the Iseki tractor has this connection right here on the front. I need a weight for that. I need a weight that's going to fit on that. I don't know enough about it to get the right weight. Like, I imagine one of these pin hitches might fit, but it seems a little backwards. Or maybe like something like this, right? Where I'm going to connect on this side. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Should I go for 2,500 because I'm picking up rocks? Probably. Okay, buy. Yes. All right, perfect. Now for a lesson in precision driving from someone who has no idea how to do precision driving. Q for attach. Which one's attach? Nope. Totally missed that one. There we go. Sweet. And attach. And lift up. And in-cap view now doesn't look very good because I can't see very much, but that's okay. So yeah, my only problem with this, like, racing with my new wheel, I mentioned this on the Discord, and there's a little bit more details in the Discord, but basically, my only problem with any of this stuff so far is that the pedals are set up for racing, and they're set up for a very reclined sitting position. They're not set up for someone sitting at a desk. And so the problem is, the problem I'm having is the angle of the gas pedal and the brake pedal are the wrong angle. Like when I have the pedal foot to the floor, right? The maximum travel for the pedal, that's where I want my pedal to start, that angle. So I'm looking for like an upright sitting position, like a tractor or a truck, not a reclined sitting position like a car or a pickup truck. But the pedals themselves, they're angled very much like a race car or a regular everyday car. But that means that like my ankles are super sore when I'm using the pedals. Number one, because I'm not used to it, but number two, because of the angle. The angle's just voodoo. It's not very good. Why would the camera not look up? Why am I looking down? I would look up if I was. Please say the heap spawner works. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So my controls are not working. Well, maybe they are. Oh, look at that. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to get out of this truck. I'm going to reposition this truck because it would be much better if it was a different angle. And I'm just going to work with the angle that I need here. Go right there, like that. Alright, here we go. Nope. Okay, so we're like doing this legitimately as much as possible. And I'll even move the camera so you can see the farm stick also. Like that. Now, I don't know if I have the controls set up on the farm stick correctly. Like for what it should be in real life. But for mine, I have the angle of the bucket set to left and right. And up and down set like this. And right now, for the first time, I'm experiencing the difference of the farm stick needing it to be like bolted down. It's the way I'm kind of using it right now. Like when I'm tilting, I feel like I'm moving it, like I'm moving the farm stick around. This is so much more fun than it would normally be with a keyboard. Mainly because I can keep my hands on the steering wheel And on the farm stick, I'm really glad I got the 2,000 liter bucket and the really big weight. I think the only thing that I'd add, because right now it's a little bit weird, the only thing I'd add to my setup, if I added anything, would be a very simple shifter. Not a shifter like... Whoa, hold on. What are you doing? Back up first. Get off the dirt. Like a very simple shifter, maybe a sequential shifter or something like that, where I can just switch to drive and reverse, instead of right now, like the pedals are set up to be just like they would be on the keyboard, which is what I'm used to. The brake pedal is set up to auto reverse. So to go reverse, I have to actually press back on the brake pedal. I have to press the brake pedal down, which is less than realistic. And I keep messing up when backing up because of that. That's got to be almost full, right? Lower that down. Yeah, this guy's full. Sweet. Let's head over and deliver these. Oh, this is so much different. I can't get over how much different this is from like regular gameplay. And I think I really need some driving shoes. My feet are slipping all over the pedals. I think I definitely need some shoes or something I can wear for driving. I have a pair of shoes somewhere, like some just really simple driving shoes, or shoes that I can use as driving shoes. But not having like slippers on is not working because my feet keep sliding off the pedals. Which might be part of the reason why ankles are hurting. It's because I'm putting so much effort into keeping my feet from slipping. Maybe? Oh. Yeah, see, honestly, with the wheel is so much better. I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. And in all honesty, I couldn't have done it sooner. That's a great question, Dale. So right now, I bought something from Moza when I got the same package as the wheel. I got their table clamp, which is a table clamp for their shifter. So their network of shifters, but the farm stick doesn't have one. And I think the farm stick where it is actually the bad place. It should be actually down here, not up here, because I'm reaching a little bit. It should be down here, like, so my elbow is on the armrest and I can use the farm stick. So what I think I need is a different mount for the farm stick, specifically so that I could keep it still, but down at a little bit lower level of the table. And I've seen them. They have them online. They have them on Amazon. There's mount holes on the farm stick for mounting it to stuff. Okay, I'm not backing up this location very well. I don't think I have an unload on the keyboard, so I. But I never really needed that because I'm always sitting a lot farther forward at the desk. But now that I'm sitting back because of the wheel's pushing me back from my desk. So I'm going to need something that moves this farm stick. And this mounting bracket that I bought, while it works for today, not only is the bolt not even, it's like barely finger tight, like I don't have the right Allen wrench with me. I installed it like in the 30 seconds before I started the stream. I don't mind driving overhead with the wheel. I'm getting used to it. I just think that what I have now is more control over the exact way I'm driving, right? The exact, like, being able to actually drive within the lines and not just drive in the middle of the road like I always do. I mean, I can still drive in the middle of the road if I want to. But, you know, sitting here in a truck apexing corners. So I definitely have a racing background. It's always funny when you find yourself apexing corners and like driving the racing line even though there is no racing line, just to modify it. Now I just drive the racing line automatically. Too much time playing Gran Turismo and Forza. I'm really happy we're getting to use our Heap spawner. That is one that I'll be putting up on my Discord and or GitHub very soon. It's pretty much ready. I just have to upload it. Yeah, it's a racing line in a box truck, essentially. Or dump truck. Racing line in a dump truck. Let's back this guy up, he's in the way. In 22, I did like a JCB kind of theme playthrough, but I didn't get to use this fast track to its full potential because I was limited at 200 horsepower. I couldn't use the 8330 either because, again, horsepower limit. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to try it. I'm pretty sure Timmy has a new mod coming out for this, which has the guy who helps me a lot with my translations and stuff like that, Timmy, or FarmSim Tim. He has a mod coming out for just this right here, which is to show it for in-cab views, the angle of your forks or front-end loader or whatever. It shows it in the UI to see whether or not your forks are level, which is super awesome and super handy so that you can play like this. This is a little bit hard to play because right now, here, in this view, I don't know what the angle of my bucket is. There's no way for me to know. So I can hope. Right? Now, actually, can I just turn this on? What would happen if I just turned it on? I think this button's supposed to be turned on, but it's not. Yeah, it's still set to the store. Oh, cool. I can just turn it on. And it's crushing the stones. It would be awesome if that was creating lime. That sounds like a project for another day. So yeah, like I don't know the angle of this bucket right now, or how close it is to the ground from this view, which is why I always use the third person view. See, like it's not scooping, probably because it's not angled down from. Farm sim physics at its best. So if you're playing on Hutan Pantai and you have you're playing on this farm, just a word of warning. I've done a whole bunch of testing on this. A word of warning is that you can't tip to ground anywhere on the main farm. So any of the dark pavement, see, it's not getting. Any of this pavement here, which is not a painted texture, it is an actual object, like the old way they used to build stuff. And this pavement, which looks like blacktop, is blacktop essentially. It's road. And in the game, road can't tip onto road. That's how the game's set up. So it won't work. It's a bug in the map, as far as I'm concerned. I fixed it in my copy of the map, so if you put a new save game on my copy of the map, it will work and you will be able to tip. This Fast Track's like the best of both worlds. The front end loader on it and the four-wheel steering, it acts like a telehandler. Yeah, so the angle view is a mod coming out for PC from Farm Sim Tim. I believe he already submitted it to Giants, or it's going to be submitted. He sent me a couple screenshots of it about a couple weeks ago. I don't even know if it's actually going to release. It might have been. The Giants are so backlogged, it's not even funny now. Like, if I get the mods that I'm working on ModHub before February, I'll be surprised. And those were all submitted. Those were all submitted in December. Alright. I'm going to be right back. I'm actually going to go see if I can grab those shoes. So, be right back. Simulator YouTuber, welcome in. Thanks for being here. How is it going? I went to try to find some shoes because driving like this is hard with slippers. I couldn't find the shoes I was looking for, so I'm gonna have to keep going with the slippers on or something. Okay, we're not doing anything crazy today. I'm trying to make it towards springtime when we can start actually working on the rest of things. Buying some of these fields near this farm and actually doing some farming and not doing contracts all day every day. But I mean, that's kind of, in some ways, that's how I enjoy starting out. I enjoy doing the contracts, especially starting a new map. Oh, that was... My truck's totally better than yours, dude. I have off-road tires. He totally honked at me. But I enjoy, like, doing some contracts to, you know, get used to things, to see how things are, to see where stuff is on the map. Learn my way around the map, and learn what fields I'm going to want to buy, right? I think when I first started playing Hutan, I wasn't even planning on the farm that I'm on. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, there was no reason for me to. But now, I'm over at that farm and I'm having fun with it. And I think that those fields in front of the farm are going to be some good fields to start off on. We have to think of something though. you have to think of a theme for that farm. So the Can You Survive challenge, which we haven't really talked about very much just because we don't need to. But the idea of the Can You Survive challenge is to have a single playthrough over the course of FS25, like in its entirety. So to play one playthrough for 3 years essentially. And since there's nothing else to do, there's no other maps really, and we do have our other challenge going on over on the Hutan, the New Frontier map. There's not really much else to do. Let's do one more load, I think, actually. Let's check real quick. Come over here. Check our production. Cement factory. Oh, we have plenty of space in the cement factory. We have some silage to sell, but not very much. And our sawmill has some wood beams in it. A lot of wood beams. We could potentially sell those. But not right now. Let's do one more load of rocks. Or until we run out of rocks that have spawned at our heap spawner. Exactly. At the end of that, like, how many contracts will you end up doing? I don't even know. I have to look how many contracts I've done so far. Like, I'm not even into I haven't even made it through 1 year yet, so I haven't done any of the springtime contracts. The one thing I'm going to have to edit on this map. That was totally mine. Yeah. The one thing I have to edit on this map is Giants has a bug right now where if you're playing the contract game and you on any map, this is as far as I can tell, if you're playing the contract game on any map, you will lose grass fields. And so what happens is that there's a flag in the setting for grass which basically says allows the game and the AI workers to cultivate grass fields. And once a field is cultivated, the AI will, they don't plant grass. They only plant like cereal crops or whatever, right? They won't actually plant grass again. And so you lose out on baling, mowing, tedding. You lose out on mowing, tedding, and bale wrapping contracts in base game. So over time, the game will get rid of all of the fields for you, and you'll be stuck with I hope I muted that in time. You'll be stuck with no grass fields. And no grass-based contracts, which kind of sucks. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Let's get that to work. Controls. Let's go down to start. It should be at the beginning. Player movement, construction build mode, vehicle driving, accelerate, brake, honk, start, stop, engine. Start, stop, engine, react to start, arm stick right. Save controls. Okay. Giants. Seriously? I think your USB key thing messed things up. which I don't have. But I can't stop. I can't bind a button to start stop engine. It doesn't work. Why not? The only thing I can think of is maybe that button is bound to something else. This is unbelievably fun right now to actually be using somewhat legitimate controls for this work. So good. And I almost always like try to shy away from this kind of stuff. Just because it's tedious. And not really to say tedious, but not necessarily fun. But this is actually a lot of fun now. Oregon Trees Gaming, welcome in. How's it going? We're having a little bit of fun on Hutan. Loading some rocks from our Heap spawner. So if you're new here and you haven't seen this, this pile of stone, if we look up, is coming from our rock mine that's buried deep in the mountains. This is the output pipe. This is a mod that I'll be putting on. I might probably try to put a mod up. I'll see why they wouldn't want it. But it's a Heap spawner. It's from the base game stuff. Basically, you can install it on anything, anywhere, on a building, on a rock face, whatever. It allows you to put a Heap spawner wherever you want, on any map, which is the idea. And so I added one right here on this rock wall to collect, to make rocks, because there's nowhere on Hutan Pantai to get rocks unless you place down this the other one. There is a base game one, and this is actually from the base game. I just made it smaller. It's kind of like a mini Heap spawner, like where there's one in the base game that says, you know, has a whole building along with it and stuff. But I decided that it could be smaller. I decided. It sounds a little elitist, but whatever. I'm a modder, I can do whatever I want. Yep, this one you can put anywhere. And so Hutan Pantai has a lot of these like cliff faces in the design of the map, and those cliff faces, whoops, were great for this specific thing. And it also adds this gameplay element, right, which is the actual bucket, like wanting to have a bucket, and just so everyone knows, the animation, I can't just sit here with the animation, like the bucket pointed at that animation and fill up. That won't work. That's how Giants have coded it. That's not going to work. The animation is just an effect. It's not real. There are no real rocks coming out. But basically, Giants has set it up so this point in space creates a heap. I put the little warning stripes there so that you can see where it's coming out. The Giants base game stuff has like a little come on, turn. The Giants base game stuff has a like a kind of a bunker. I'll show it to you in a second. Whoa. 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 Just do that. Base game 1 is here. Construction. Factories. This one right here. So this is the base game 1, which basically has this building on the left as like a building on the left is a mine. The mine connection, and then this is a building that crushes the rocks, and then you can see this spawner is spawning out. So it's the same spawner. If you look at the two of them, it's the same. Mine's just smaller. It's like a mini production for that exact thing. And it looks like we're full on stones. So I'm gonna come over here. No, turn it off. No, stop that. And disconnect. I'm gonna leave this stuff here. Come back to it later or some other point. Oops. Oh, I'm gonna use these. Oh, that's such a good idea. I just figured something out. I'll use this side. I'm like deciding, like, as I go, I'm deciding what controls I want for what on the steering wheel. One of the really nice controls are these, like, these thumb wheel things here. And it's just like a wheel, like snap, snap, snap. It has a snapping action to it. It kind of it clicks into each place. I'm going to use one of those for switching tools, and the other one for switching vehicles. Yeah, it's a perfect usage for those buttons. That way I can switch tools when I'm connecting to things, and all the tool stuff is over here. That makes sense. So my goal before or once we're done with streaming today is to find those driving shoes. I know I have driving shoes somewhere. Or they're not driving shoes. They're remember there was like a really a trend a couple years back for like Vibram style shoes where you could feel everything, right? And essentially, this is a driving shoe. That's the intention of a driving shoe, is to feel everything. That's why you want to do it. And I can't empty from the steering wheel yet. So the icons on all the buttons are all wrong, so I haven't. I can actually put legit icons on here if I wanted to. I should just print some up. All right, so let's take a look at our. Do we have any contracts or anything to do? And see if there's anything. Nope, just wood transport and deadwood, which I'm kind of over both of them. In all honesty, because the wood transport is just the same thing over and over and over, and the deadwood, I don't have a winch, so getting the deadwood out of the forest is a pain in the ass. Because I can collect the deadwood if I wanted to. So I think we're just gonna, let's go check the nice perfect slope up here. Nice, good job, Josh. Look at that. Is that supposed to be a rock? Oh, that's hecka weird. You see that? This rock you can only see from certain angles, and this side of the rock you can. What the frack? Does it have collisions? Oh no, you can go inside the rock. That's nice. I'm inside of a rock, folks. That's so stupid. Like, giants, really? Really? What are you doing here? What is this? I was like, oh, that looks kind of like a messed up tree. Nope. It's something stupid in the map. Cement bags. 3339. I have the time set at 5. 3338. It's using them super slow. Gosh. This construction project is take forever and a day. And then I still have this collectible that I can't collect. It's here, and I have a feeling there's going to be a building built on top of it. Or, like, maybe I can't collect this collectible until... Like, it's here, but I can't collect it until the building is done building. That could be a case. Like, I can't collect it yet. It's there. I just can't collect it now. This is a really cool area, though. And this area is... You know, so I took a trip to Japan with my wife for our honeymoon, and we went to a lot of temples that were like this. You know, surrounded by a moat. The moat was totally a thing. Surrounded by a moat, but usually the temple itself was 10 times this. Like, way more, way bigger. Way, way bigger. But this is cool for, like, the game. Like, it would be the size of this whole map. It's like how big the temples were. Oh, look, a deer. I haven't seen a deer yet. Oh, at least the deer don't have to worry about walls. That's cool. And we can't mow yet. This is our mower. But let's just go to the next day. I don't really feel like doing anything more in January. We've done a lot. Got the stone stuff going. How much is the JCB costing me, and can I just buy it? Vehicles, leasing costs $7 grand per day, per month. But it's like 200 grand to buy it, so I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna hold on to it now. For now, I own everything else, so this is the only thing I'm leasing, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, let's go the next month, see if there's anything in January. I doubt there's going to be, but we'll try anyways. Oregon trees. Sorry, I totally missed your last comment. The output of my version of the Heap spawner is not the same. Personally, I feel that all of the base game stuff is too slow. I have a mod that I worked on for 22, and I'm probably going to release for 25, called a Heap spawner, which is a Heap spawner, and that Heap spawner is intended to, let me try, rewind. I have a mod that I built for 22 that I'm going to release for 25 called Production Boost, which just boosts the speed of the productions. And it just boosts the speed of all the productions. So even the productions you don't own. You know how that there was that thing in 22 where... See, there's nothing to do yet. There's no extra contracts. I was hoping for more contracts. Let me see if I can get a plowing or seeding contract or something like that by speeding up time. But you know there's that problem with the spinnery on the base game US map in 22, whatever that was called, Elm Creek, where if you delivered to the spinnery, and you delivered wool to the spinnery or cotton, especially cotton, like big cotton bales, it would stop actually accepting cotton. And the reason is because it got full, because it was trying to actually produce them. It was trying to actually produce cotton from the thing, like trying to do it somewhat real, legit. But it couldn't because there was nothing to do, right? So the production boost just speeds up that production to make sure it's just faster, even when you don't own it. And it also increased the capacity of the unowned productions to be like 1 million liters, so they would never run out of space for accepting stuff. And then it also allowed you to, through very simple configuration file, like an XML configuration file. Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep. No contracts are coming up. I'm gonna sleep again. I almost never do this, but whatever. A very simple configuration file allows you to adjust the production speed of any production on any map, any mod, anything. Just update the production speed, update the production stuff, update all of it. Oh, look, it's March and there's snow on the ground. And we have some contracts to do. Sweet! A hoeing contract. I haven't done one of those yet. Let's borrow items. Yes. Thank you. Stone picking is good. Because we're going to borrow the items and then we're going to let a worker do it. But then we get to keep the stones. So that's actually a good thing. So let's get over to the shop and do something different. The snow is already not on the ground. No. No. Turn that off. We don't need you right now. You're fine. We're going to go this guy. So we're going to try something new. So let's get into a different vehicle. Start button doesn't work. Let's see if I can figure out why the start button doesn't work. Controls. Farm stick right. 17. I have a feeling it's because it's bound to 2 different things. Well, this will tell me, won't it? 17. This button is bound to several actions, so it's bound to other stuff too. So let's find out what else is bound to and delete those, because I'm not using it for anything else. I wish it would just tell you instead of having to manually find it. Whatever. It's not bound to several actions. Jerk. It's not. I just scanned the whole list. It's not bound to anything else. Did you guys see anything? I didn't see anything. plus 23. It's totally not bound to other things. That doesn't make sense. 15 plus 16, 15 plus 14. Here's 15 plus 18. I don't care about these. Start stop engine. It is totally not bound to anything else, and this thing says that it is. Well, that's stupid annoying. Yes. Where's my R5? There was one other one I wanted to change. Vehicle. Here we go. This. Next vehicle. Doink. That. Previous vehicle. Doink. That. Next tool to this. Previous tool to this. Save controls. All right. See if that works. Yeah, I still can't start. Like the farm stick has something going on with it. I don't know what's going on. It says that thing is connected, but it's not. I don't think I've driven this case. Maybe I drove it in a contract before? I definitely need that weight. We're bouncing. Oh, look at this. I haven't driven this case at all, and now I have 2 of them. That's funny. I'm going to do the hoeing contract myself, but the stone picking, there's no way in hell I'm doing the stone picking until I get my own stone picker. We're going to use the black sheep modding stone picker once we buy one, but they're pretty expensive. And right now I'm more focused on buying land and equipment than I am to buy a stone picker, because it's kind of okay. So now there's supposedly I can just tell the worker to go to that field, right? I haven't tried this yet. Stone picking 42. So can I just tell this guy to go do the thing? 42, right? Where's 42? 42's there. Okay. Exit out of the vehicle. Pick this vehicle. Create job. Field work. Target position. 42. Start. Really? He's just gonna go? Wow. That's handy. How's this thing looking? Cab. What's the thing I'm hoeing? Oh, 40. So that one near my farm. See. There we go. Ooh, this is nice. But to answer organ trees, the output of my heap spawner is 5,000 liters per hour, where the output of the base game one is 2,000 liters per hour. Most of the time when I upgrade equipment productions, I speed things up to make it more stuff. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just generally speed productions up because I think they're too slow. Base game has you struggle a lot, especially with the speed of productions and the output and how fast they output. I don't think they should be that slow, personally. So I provide ways for people to, through mods, for people to tweak or change those settings on individual basis. Cut this corner as I can. Besides, tractor's nice and quiet. So 47. This. Wait, hold on. 47. I think I sent the guy to the wrong field. I'm hoeing 47, but 47's empty. And they're... Why am I hoeing an empty field? It's kind of weird. Right? Am I right here? Why would I want to hoe an empty field? Oh, so much nicer. Okay, guess this is what it wants me to do. Okay. I'm even using the in-game GPS. Look at that. What are you doing? Stay on the line, dude. Well, it's contracting time, and contracting time is pretty boring and dull and basic. So I'm probably just going to let the workers do this stuff and kind of move on. Maybe next time we'll come back in April and with a little bit more to do. Hopefully our grass will have grown and we'll be able to maybe mow some grass. But I've been going for a couple hours now. I could probably use a break. My kids are up, so it might make sense to go spend some time with them. So I think I'm just going to do that and let you guys go. I'm going to finish off this field and just have a little bit of fun, and we'll talk to everyone next time. Thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you for coming in and joining this little Sunday morning thing. Depending on how I'm feeling, maybe I'll do some more today, maybe another one later today, if I can get some time. But for now, call it, and I'm just going to go ahead and get used to using a steering wheel for contracts. And potentially bind the H key because it's not bound to anything yet. It would help if I found it or something. But anyways, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and comment. All kind of good stuff. Let me know if you have any questions from the live stream. If you want to join the... God, this keyboard is super far away now. If you want to join the Discord, feel free. I answer any questions that come up, good or bad, in my own way. But if you have any questions about anything you saw during the live stream today, or any of the mods that I talked about, or any of the mods that I didn't talk about, feel free to come and join the Discord and answer those questions, or ask those questions, and I will do my best to answer them. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch everyone next time. Thumbs up. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.